When you want only love, you will see nothing else. This is another golden moment in A Course in Miracles, and that is the moment. when you want only love, you will see nothing else. It's an amazing idea, amazing quote. And I'm going to read several others now about love. What the Course says about love, these are some of the great, quotes in the Course about love. Not all of them, though, but some of them, okay? The search for love is but the honest searching out of everything that interferes with love. And remember that passage, our task is not to search for love, or seek for love, but to seek and find all the places within ourselves where we have created barriers to block the presence of love, something like that, right? Usually attributed to Rumi. If you look online, it's often attributed to Rumi, but it's really not Rumi. It's the Course, right? And then it got kind of retrofitted or retroactively attributed to Rumi, which is interesting. But and by the way, I'm doing this book now on A Course in Miracles in AI. I'm going to talk about it in another video today. But it also confirms that Rumi did not say that. That was the Course, and then it got misattributed to Rumi. But anyway, the search for love is but the honest searching out of everything that interferes with love, right? And remember, the Course cannot tell you what love is. The Course cannot explain it, cannot describe it. Remember that great, I have that quote right here about the journey to God. Let me read it. The journey to God is merely the reawakening of the knowledge of where you are always and what you are forever. It is a journey without distance to a goal that has never changed. Truth can only be experienced, it cannot be described, and it cannot be explained. Right? That's like saying love. Love can only be experienced, it cannot be described, it cannot be explained. I can make you aware of the conditions of truth, but the experience is of God. Together we can meet its conditions, but truth will dawn upon you of itself. Now Jesus in this particular passage is talking about truth. He mentions truth 3 times, does not mention love once. But what is truth and what is God except love, right? So that's what he is talking about. And he says it cannot be described, it cannot be explained, it can only be experienced. Which means that what is our task? Our task is just to remove what is in the way, right? The interference. And remember that the word fear is in interference. It's a very important pun that I think that Jesus is using. And the thing about honesty, right? To be honest about where you are in the process, right? Being honest with yourself about, if you are scared, if you have fears, you own the fear. You say, I do have these fears. I want to work through these fears, right? But don't spiritually bypass the fears. Don't say that I don't have them. If you do, and if you deny that you have them, you're probably going to be shown that you do have them, right? And then you have to, ultimately you have to be honest about where you are in the process. And the process is taking us beyond all fear. And that this is the next quote right here. Nothing and everything cannot coexist. Nothing and everything cannot coexist. To believe in one is to deny the other. Fear is really nothing, and love is everything. That's really the essence of it. Fear is nothing, and love is everything. Whenever light enters darkness, the darkness is abolished. That means darkness, evil, fear, ego, they do not exist. You can also throw in Satan there if you want to throw Satan in. Satan does not exist. Right? The Course does not really even talk about Satan. It doesn't talk about the demonic. The only thing that's really demonic is the ego, if you even want to call it that. It looks demonic, but ultimately it's doesn't have any power really. If you if you poke it, it falls apart, right? And that's all you have to do. It's very wispy, like a cloud. So nothing and everything cannot exist. The ego, which is fear, and love, which is spirit, cannot coexist. If you buy into the ego even a little bit, you have denied love, you have denied spirit. And vice versa, if you choose only love, the ego is no more. The ego is banished. The ego dissolves. So they cannot coexist. Another way to put this too is you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem, right? If you are choosing the ego, you're part of the problem. You are creating a problem or making a problem. Only God creates, right? You're making a problem. If you choose spirit, if you choose love, then you are part of the solution. Or, if you're Catholic, you're part of the absolution. It's what Jesus was teaching on the cross when his legs were free. He was doing the absolution with, I don't know. Anyway, this is why fear, ego, darkness do not really exist, right? Because all you need to do is bring the light to the darkness, and the darkness is no more. And that's in the Gospel of John, right, as well. Love created me like itself. Love holds no grievances. Right? Love created me like itself. This is also in one of the lessons of the Course. Love holds no grievances, another lesson. Right? There's no grievance in love whatsoever. Complete forgiveness. Love created me like itself. That means that my essence is love. My essence is only love. Love is God. God is love. And as such, that is what I am. That is because that is what created me. That is my true essence. And anything that I accept that is not that is a mistake on my part that just needs to be corrected. It's not a sin. I shouldn't feel guilty about that, but I do want to correct it if I want to know my true self, if I want to know myself as love, if I want to know my true nature or my true essence, then I want to correct my misperceptions, right? Judgment and love are opposites. Judgment and love are opposites. From one comes all the sorrows of the world. From judgment comes all the sorrows of the world. From the other comes the peace of God. Right? Sorrow and suffering, that's what you get with judgment. With love, you get the peace of God, right? And I think really what Jesus means here is forgiveness, right? Judgment and forgiveness are opposites, but the same thing, and remember that the Dalai Lama, that great quote that I've been mentioning from the Dalai Lama, which is, what is love? Love is the absence of judgment, right? If you're completely free of judgment, then you will know love, which is what you are, right? What's your true self, your true essence. True nature. Judgment will bind my eyes and make me blind. That's a reference to somewhere in the Gospels, I believe. I don't know where exactly. But judgment will bind my eyes. Maybe it's the Old Testament. I'm not sure. Judgment will bind my eyes and make me blind. And then remember this great line that I brought up in another one of these golden moments. You have no idea of the tremendous release and deep peace that comes from meeting yourself and your brothers totally without judgment. Right? So if you release all judgment, then you will know true peace, everlasting peace. You will know love. You will know joy. You will know your true self. But you have to work on this judgment thing. Right? The judgment is what's in the way. The judgment is the interference, and the judgment comes from fear. The judgment comes from the belief in separation. The belief that separation is real, that separation is what it is, versus that unity is what it is, right? If you believe that separation is preeminent, then you will suffer, right? and you will judge, and you will have fear, and you will get angry, and you will be in suffering. And if you believe that that unity and togetherness and you know, loving presence is what it is preeminent, then you will find that, and you will be eternally grateful and eternally in your true self. When you want only love, you will see nothing else. This is just a way of saying, you know, the Course keeps harping on this idea. You have to want it, right? You have to will it. If you will it, it is no dream. That's a great quote from one of the early pioneers of Israel. We won't go into it, but Theodore Herzl said, if you will it, it is no dream. He might have borrowed it from somewhere else, I don't know, but it's the same thing. What the Course is saying, which is, you have to want the truth, you have to want to know your true self, and you have to want to know that more than anything. And when you do, then you will fulfill the conditions, the terms and conditions that are necessary to remove the interference, to remove the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, and you will know love once again. But you have to want it. If you do not want that more than anything, then you will almost inevitably accept the ego, right? And that's what brought you to the Course, probably, is that wanting, is that desire to know, that desire to have peace, that desire to know what love is, to know what's going on here. You know, they have some answers to these existential questions, and the only answer will be in that experience of your true nature, and that will come when you want it. So when you want only love, you will see nothing else. You will have that experience. Now, does that mean that you will see only love even while you're here in this world? Or does that mean, you know, when you go beyond the world, you will see only love? I think it means both, actually. I think it means that even in this world, you will start to see more and more the love behind everything, right? You will even in the difficult things in life, you will see that behind it all is love, and you will start to see it everywhere. And you will see, even in the people that you formerly didn't like or have issues with, or you will see that they are just searching for love. They might be misguided. They might not have the wherewithal, maybe that you do, to, you know, and be making mistakes, and what you think are grave mistakes. But you know, that's not for you to judge, really, with their journey. So and you will be more at peace if you just let people be as they are, and do your best to let go of the judgment, and you will be more you know, just focus on your own journey. That's all you really need to do. So I hope this is helpful. That's it for now. I'm going to do maybe one more video right now about, I'm really enjoying doing this book on AI and A Course in Miracles. I think you will enjoy it too. Let me know if you'd like a copy of it. You can make just a small donation. I will send it to you. It's probably going to be done in about a week. And it's great. I think it's a great introduction to A Course in Miracles. If you want like a really nice, handy introduction to A Course in Miracles with some very good information, I think it's almost essential. But, you know, that's just me. Maybe I'm trying to sell this book right now. But I think like this book is actually a very good guide. So let me know, and I will maybe see you on the next video. All right, see you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.